Jeff, rate the following company logo.
All right. Oh, gosh. Oh, geez. I'm going to rate it a British out of 10.
Okay. Yep. That's probably the right answer.
I'm going to rate it stonkin'.
Are you chuffed?
I am well chuffed.
All right. Excellent.
Let's get sorted here.
You've come to the right place. We're sat in front of a game called Lumo.
Yes.
I stored it in the boot of my car.
Okay,
that's
go on.
That's all I've got.
All right. I took the lift up from down to the basement this morning.
Yep.
Hello.
After I parked my lorry
Yes, your lorry.
in the car park.
That was my next one.
In the car park. I drove a lorry today.
Okay. It's all right. Well, we can drive that lorry to go get
Instead of
some.
my Vauxhall Nova.
Go get some bangers and mash later.
Yes.
But Lumo. It's made by a single gentleman.
Crikey.
Name of Gareth Noyce.
That's very nice.
This game's kind of cool, and I needed you to come see it because
of the company logo?
Yes, basically.
All right,
I think that there are probably things about this game that you're the only person on this staff who will appreciate.
Okay. This is the PS4?
This is a PS4 version. It's out on Steam also. It's $20. 85 seems to be about the time period that this is hearkening back to.
Yeah, all right.
I think you would be insane to play this on old school. That seems like a recipe for insanity.
Old games often were.
Yeah, basically. So let's hop in here. This game's got kind of a cool story behind it. I mean, like the development of it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Actually, hang on. I'm going. So
This is me sitting down here with you is the first time hearing of it.
Okay.
So regale me with tales of video game making.
I'm going to test a theory that this is going to control the color of my playable character. What do you think?
I'm going to say you're probably right.
Well, you'll see what I mean. So this game's got a weird control scheme. I'll show you why. It's one of these games.
Yeah. Okay. Isometric, diagonal. So.
Did you ever play Equinox?
Yeah.
Or Solstice?
Yeah. Not a ton of either, but
Okay.
yes.
Head over heels.
Enough to know that like sometimes it's hard to
Line up
get
those
it in your
jumps.
head like how you should be moving.
Yes.
You know. Yeah.
So yeah.
Or like Qbert, when Qbert came to home platforms and all those jumps were diagonal, and you could choose between like, hey, just push the direction you want to go, or how about rotate the joystick in your hand? I'm like, that's something a crazy person would do.
Right.
So
I appreciate that they have this little test chamber here.
Yes.
Because I am pressing straight down on the D-pad right now.
to go to the right.
Now
like
I'm pressing straight up.
Okay, that's crazy.
Now I'm pressing left. I mean, you can see what I'm doing.
Straight up would go the way that when you push right.
Right.
When you push right, I
Yes.
think that would be up. I would think that would be up.
No, apparently the designer of this game
Disagrees.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He thinks that up on the D-pad should be up diagonal.
Well, I think that's nice.
Well, I think it's pretty noise.
But I guess you can.
Apologies to Mr. Noise.
Yes,
if he's
but
watching this.
you can choose.
Yeah. So it's also got analog, and if you just do that straight up and down, then that just gives you actual proper.
What? Well, why would you?
Yeah. So.
Well, what?
If you're not a crazy person stuck in 1985, I think the way to go is just play it with an analog stick.
I mean, what? That seems like it would be. Well, I guess I don't. I have nothing else about this game other than this fighting game-esque test laboratory you're in.
Okay. Well, let's.
So I can't tell if that's a good thing. Like, but it seems like you would want analog full control.
I have generally been enjoying the analog control. Although, I mean, there are some weird jumps in this that the old style might help with. There's something that I really like about this kid's like loose-legged running animation. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's really appealing. Also, if you just barely move the analog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could make a walking animation, but then you would get robbed of this awesome slow run.
I think it's kind of charming.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What are they playing over there? Over here on this TV.
I think we can figure it out. I can't zoom in.
Hanging out at Computer Club.
I can't.
That's a sweet demo.
Yeah. 64. Nah, it's like 4K. I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
4 kilobytes.
Oh man, they got a lot of machines here.
Yeah. I heard that you like going in the computer.
I love going in the computer.
Okay, well you've come to the right place.
That seems abrupt.
I know. They're like, okay, that's all you get. There's your story.
Like a fake ZX Spectrum,
right?
Digitized you onto. Oh man, you're not even a kid anymore.
No. So this was the thing. I assumed that picking my color would change the color of this character as well, even though they don't show that title screen. It's a picture of the kid. But anyway, yeah. So this is one of those games.
Cool.
From 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. I really didn't spend much time at all. Like, I didn't have a computer of any sort until the mid-90s. But like, we did Rare Replay last year, and like Rare definitely had some games like this.
Yes. Yeah. What's in the book? What?
I don't know. I can't.
You can't jump.
No jumping. This is my jump. But you'll see. This game's neat. I haven't gotten super far in it yet, but it's got some kind of neat ideas. But I don't have those. I don't have that reference point,
Sure.
For those old games, and there's some stuff in here.
Well, it's good that they, that have included proper analog control, because I feel like adhering to that kind of movement scheme in this day and age, you would lose a lot more people. You would, people that played games like this back then would understand. Yeah. The Strike Force Cobras of the world.
Sure.
Oh, that's not a perfect match for what I'm talking about here, but Strike Force Cobra is a bad game. Do you get those ducks for bonuses?
Those are collectibles, and I haven't figured out how to get a single damn one of them yet. All right. Because that water is poison.
Of course.
The floor is lava. And every single duck I've seen in this game so far, which has been like 8 of them, are all just sitting on top of that water. So you can jump in there and get them, but then you die immediately. And
do you keep them when you die?
No, no, you have to. In fact, one of the achievements is for like get all the ducks without dying while holding a duck. So like it seems like you pick them up and you maybe have to carry them somewhere, claim them or something. I don't know. But there's some mechanic that I guess just haven't gotten to yet. Maybe a double jump, like you hop in there and get one of those things and then double jump out or something. I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway. I feel like it's an important thing to mention that this gentleman worked on Crackdown.
Okay. Oh.
Right?
Oh, all right.
Right?
Okay.
Just,
Yeah.
bear that in mind. And now I can jump.
Oh, the ability orb gave you an ability.
Now I have agility. I've got a little more agility than I had.
Right, yes.
This guy's been around. He worked on Crackdown. He worked on like Fable 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A stalwart of the British game development scene, I guess. But like that's the only kind of modern day reference that I have seen. Everything else in this has just completely gone over my head. So I was curious to see if you would pick up on any of it.
Yeah, it's
because it seems like a game made for people who had a Commodore in the 80s. Or an Amiga or something. Or did the Amiga even exist in the 80s?
The Amiga was more of a 90s.
Okay.
It's probably actually late 80s now that I think about it, but I don't know for sure.
Or Spectrum?
Yeah, I mean, that intro screen is a Spectrum.
That was a Spectrum
loading screen.
Yes. There are tapes in this game.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And now I can get the book.
All right, you got a book.
See what I can collect.
Ducks.
Yep, ducks and tapes and rings, which I haven't found any of yet.
I wonder if you fall off of something, if you can do a mid-air jump. Like if you only do one jump, but like if you fell off a ledge, grab the duck, and then jump. I wonder if you could do that. Jump on that box and try it.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Walk off the box and then try it.
Let me get up to this high one so I can... I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, you fall very quickly. Nope. Okay. Doesn't seem like it.
Good to know.
But you're getting stuff pretty regularly in this, like abilities and gear and things. So you'd be surprised if you find some stuff like that later.
Right.
Whoop.
Uh-huh.
Now I can just jump over the fire.
Right.
Fuck you, fire.
Is there a map or anything?
Yeah, there will be.
Okay.
Well, actually, I can pull it up now, but it's just that.
Oh, all right.
You have to find maps in each area. Actually, the map in particular, I wanted to run by you and be like, is this how they all work? Because it seems intentionally obscure.
I feel like that maybe games, these kind of isometric things, didn't necessarily have maps at all.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this thing seems pretty committed to being like, hard and obscure and weird in the way those games work. So here's, some random example of a thing you get.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a weird concept. So if you jump off of it, you absorb it, and then wherever you jump again is where it's placed. Kind of a.
Can you take it from room to room?
No, it disappears.
Okay.
Also, in fact, this is a dead end.
Can you push that? Wait.
No, I know what to do here, right? This is. So, to get back up there, jump up here.
Yep.
These kinds of boxes can be pushed.
Are the spiked balls bad?
Yes.
Got it.
Basically, no death penalty. You just respawn in the same room, so it's not that big a deal. Some of those jumps can be pretty tricky to line up. You can do this to the rooms, which is kind of helpful, I guess.
Seems like it'd be a good 3DS game.
Yeah, sure. Maybe VR even.
Yeah, just something you can kind of look around a little bit. That was always the problem with problem's weird, but like one of the things about games like this is that you always wanted to rotate things. Just be able to do a full quarter turn or something.
Right.
Like, wait, what's behind this?
Yeah, when I first sat down to play it, I assumed that was the case.
Yeah.
Which is kind of. But at the same time, I have to assume later on they're going to use that against you, like kind of hide things behind, like this.
Right.
Like things that are kind of. Yeah, also, I need a wrench.
You need a wrench.
What was like when we did replay? I remember sitting in that quick. Like there were like 2 or 3 games like
some of
this.
those rare games. Yeah,
Like-
I don't know. I don't know the names. of
And I remember people acting like that was like kind of a huge deal back then.
Yeah, that was one of those. That's definitely one of those cases where that was a huge deal to people that don't live in this country.
Right.
So like all that stuff was relatively lost on me as well.
Right. I mean, I know some of that stuff ended up coming to the NES.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, all right.
Is this? I cannot imagine there's any way that even you are familiar with this.
What the fuck is happening?
Other than the fact that it's like I don't know, kind of a like happy little 2-bit Talking Heads knockoff or something.
No, I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that.
I went and asked because I was curious. I went and asked the representation for this game, like, what the hell was that? I don't know anything about toasters and robots here, but apparently the song was from some particular UK magazine, like demo tape. Like they sent out tapes with demos on them, and the song was on that tape. And so the designer of this game went out and tracked down the guy who made this song.
It's no Ocean Loader.
And got the original recording and put it in the game. It's weird.
That is not unlike that Ultima iOS game that Mythic did.
What did they?
Where they went out and did a version of the Ocean Loader music that was tape. It was a tape.
Oh wow.
It was a tape theme.
Yeah.
Ocean, not an EA company. Didn't really have that much to do with Ultima, as far as I can tell. Maybe they published it in the UK or something, but or Origin, I guess it would have been pre-EA. Anyway, it's just like one of those things that was like, okay, no, yeah, that's all right, sure, why not?
Like those are just straight up cassette tapes, right?
Yeah.
Like no different than what you would play music.
Yeah, definitely. You can. These days, if you happen to have the recordings of those cassette tapes, you could burn them to a CD and hook. And in some cases, some computers just had headphone jacks or headphone cables, and you plugged it in that way.
Oh, so the computer's not reading straight binary data off of there? It's like listening to the
audio.
What?
Like when you load a Spectrum game, even in an emulator, it plays the tape audio. You hear like,
oh, dude, does that mean that like software?
Like the noise it made when you got digitized onto the game grid at the beginning of this game is a tape noise.
Oh wow, okay. Wait, does that mean you could have theoretically transmitted software over the radio?
In fact, that happened in, where was it? Commodore 64 games would get bootlegged on the radio in like Belgium or something.
Man, I fucking missed out big time.
And so they would just play games, like game tapes literal game tapes,
the original game
over the
tapes.
radio at night, and you would record it, and then you would fucking play games on your computer with it.
That's incredible.
And some of those got like load times got crazy on some of those games. Like generally, so all my tape loading was done on Atari computers, like the Atari 400 and stuff like that. And the tape loading times were long, but not crazy. There are some Spectrum games that I've seen, you know, via emulation and stuff like that, where it's like it's 45-minute long tapes.
Wow.
And in some cases, like each level is a separate load, so you have to fast forward to the exact right spot on the tape and push play there to load level 2, or it will flash red at you to let you know that you have not found the right spot on the tape.
That is super fucking crazy and cool.
Tapes are nuts. Game tapes are real crazy.
Is that vintage MSX at the end of MGS5?
Yes.
Is that the same type of thing?
Same type of thing.
Games off of tapes.
Yeah, and then so some tapes would have actual audio on them as well.
Okay. Yeah, so I think that's what that song was. It was.
Yeah, I guess
they
so.
They included that song on the tape that they.
I guess so. And also, I don't know if it was something that played automatically when the game loaded, or if it was something you had to listen to separately. But like some platforms had, like the Atari tape player had a speaker on the tape player or on your TV or whatever that would kick on at the appropriate time, and you would listen to instructions for the game you were about to play.
Oh wow!
And they had
that's crazy.
Like, they had the Atari tape music. I posted it to Twitter not that long ago, and it is fucking sick.
In a good way.
Yeah, they're just some real good bass, just some real like slap bass kind of. Not quite. Yeah, it's funky.
All right. Okay.
And then you would hear a man talk to you about how to play Hangman or States and Capitals and stuff like that. And then I kind of got into tracking some other stuff like that down and found like a copy of a Polish tape that was like Introduction to Programming. And it's this just real cool tune, and then someone speaking to you in a non-English language about programming in Logo or whatever, basic programming, whatever it was. And that stuff's really cool to listen to now. I think, I don't know. So it'd be like the left channel would be the game audio, the right channel would be.
Could it read both at the same time, or not read? But I mean, could it load while you were listening to?
Yes, that was the whole thing. It was like, loading the game, and you were listening to audio.
Oh, I thought you had to. I figured you would have to like. Oh, I should not have done that.
No, it was. It would multitask.
Yeah, that's great. See, I figured you'd have to wait for the voice stuff to end, and then it would start loading.
Yeah, no,
that's pretty awesome. I wonder, like, I guess cassette tapes are just cheap enough to send out with a magazine, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Like I remember, like, you know, obviously CDs came with magazines for ages, but CDs are cheap as fuck to make.
I had tapes were too at the time.
Yeah, because there were so many.
Yeah,
exactly. Just like that's all anybody used. So of course,
Now some people are trying to bring tapes back as like a vintage collector's item.
I've seen a little bit of that, and I'm just like, no.
And I'm seeing albums that are just like, oh, we're only putting it out on tape, and I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah,
like,
that's really dumb.
Like it's a digital download and a cassette tape.
It's really dumb.
I don't need it. I'm good.
I mean, like at least vinyl has like there's an argument to be made for like, it's analog and it's like a pure reproduction of the waveform or whatever.
Yeah, I don't necessarily subscribe to. Like I'm not real into vinyl.
Right. Yeah.
But I can at least like respect the argument.
Yeah.
Whereas with tapes, that's just
ain't nothing high fidelity.
It's just a weird nostalgia thing.
Yes. Totally.
I would say like even like like you associate it with like these kind of smaller acts and stuff like that. But I want to say like an Eminem album just got reissued on tape in the super limited quantities recently. It's like what? Why?
That's really weird.
Don't do that.
I think this is like a rare thing.
Little googly eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you would think that would be a rare thing.
I think that's
with the googly eyes like that.
I think that's
by default, but I don't know.
Okay. Oh wait, I didn't get the map for this section yet. Damn it. I've got that key. If you remember, I needed a key.
Yeah.
Now I have it. Oh, well, there's the map. Let's get the map. So yeah, the map is kind of useful, but not hugely so. Like it doesn't show where you are.
Oh.
So I can kind of look, it's like, well, you know, the heart is where the googly-eyed thing with the hearts coming out of it was, and like that's the agility orb way over there.
Okay.
On the left, but you still have to kind of like eyeball like what the door patterns are and like where the different things are, and it's kind of confusing. Like I don't know if
Yeah, I don't know.
that is a specific thing these types of games did. I don't even know.
Just say I feel like, you know, a lot of games of this era would not have had a sub-screen at all, let alone a map or, you know, anything like that. So
or like unlimited retries, probably.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's got an old school mode for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit. Yeah, that was a weird one. It took me a second to figure this out because it was like, oh, you can just push it from midair. You don't actually have to be standing on anything to. Come here. Come here. Also, then they throw an SD card in the middle of this weird retro fest.
Huh.
Which seems kind of odd.
The Holly Hop OS. Not really impressed with the one gig SD.
No.
You know, seems like the sort of thing that someone would give away. No, even the freebie SD cards you might get.
Probably like 8 at this point, at least.
Yeah.
So this part is kind of weird. There's a musical component to it, except you just do that. Like at first I thought there was going to be some weird like hop back and forth kind of pattern or whatever.
Well, is that just because this is the first one and they're kind of showing you that there can be music?
That's come back up later one other time, but it's, I don't know. It's been super straightforward so far. Oop. God damn it. Nope. I'm not gonna make that. Let's just keep going. The jumps are.
Well, there was a block you could push back there.
Oh, was there? Oh, is that why I wasn't? Oh.
Or isn't that one the one by itself? Isn't it? Oh, I thought that was one you could push.
No, they're a little bit lighter colored.
Oh.
The jumps are like kind of, you got to be right on the lip, or you just fall.
Yeah.
There we go. Come on. I'm risking that. But yeah, some of this perspective stuff is just like...
It seems like that little bit of rotation is maybe enough to get a sense of like what you need to do to make these jumps.
Definitely helps. That was... Oh, whew, okay. This kind of takes a while to get going. Like I've played a decent bit past this, and it's still mostly a lot more of this, but I went and looked at a video on the Steam page, and there's a room full of donuts. I hang out in this room for a while.
Yeah, tapes.
Tapes and donuts. But looking at the trailer on the Steam page, this game gets crazy. Like in terms of just, oops, making the rooms way bigger, but also just like blowing the walls off and getting super crazy with kind of, you know, animating rooms and just stuff flying all over the place and weird perspective changes and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Yeah. Got.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, like if you know, if people were looking at this and saying, well, you shouldn't have died there, but also they're saying, you know, like this looks cool, but you wish there was more. Like that trailer definitely makes it seem like there's quite a bit of crazy shit later in this game.
All right. That's cool.
But I don't know how long it's gonna take to get there. I think you could just run around these down there.
Yeah.
That's not actually the case.
Problem with perspective.
Yes. Okay, this part's neat. Then you get to do this.
Can you get the duck?
That's fun. Don't know. No. Can't even roll over the duck. Yeah, I'm completely clueless as to how to get these ducks. But this is kind of fun.
Yeah, that's neat.
And of course, they start mixing things up. Or, you know, mixing in old mechanics with new.
Oh, now you're done.
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. I thought this part was a bit cheeky.
Okay, all right.
If you remember a couple rooms back, it said on the wall, oh,
Yeah.
there it is, clean.
Yeah.
Yes. I thought that was kind of amusing.
Yeah.
At first, I thought that soap was just going to like cleanse all of this water everywhere, and I would just be able to go in the water.
Go get your ducks.
And get my ducks, but
No.
I have no idea. Like, can I jump on that soap? I don't think so. There's got to be something you get later. Some kind of jump ability or something, right? That
Yeah.
lets you get those things. 'Cause,
What happens if you land on? Okay.
like you get it. You very
Yeah, yeah,
briefly see
yeah.
the icon appear,
Yeah,
like
okay.
you're holding it, but then, like, oh shit!
Well, fuck.
What?
Did you jump?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was just hammering the jump button off. Like, who would have thought you could collect the collectible and also jump off of it at the same time?
All right.
All right, now we know.
Now you got the duck. Now
Now
get
I
out of the
got the
room
duck.
and,
All right.
and let the duck register.
Figure out how to deliver this duck.
That's it.
Oh, weird.
We just have to leave the room.
Okay.
To successfully collect the duck.
Yep.
This changes everything.
Duck delivery. All right, let's see if I can do that again. Oh, shit! I had it. I lost it. Anyway, now we know. You know, like I said, I don't want to go too much further here because it's still a fair amount more of this type of thing. You know, like fans and kind of these jump boxes and stuff. But yeah, judging by that Steam page, this thing probably gets pretty wild in terms of some of the room design.
Yeah.
It's neat. I'm into it. I'm also just into the idea of like, you know, we're at a point where single people can make video games now.
Oh, is this a
Like it just straight up says on the title screen, it just says by Gareth Noyce.
Right,
You know, it's
yeah.
like it is a lone endeavor.
a single origin
Yes.
blend?
Yes.
Single origin
Oh, well, that's weird.
creation.
Usually you kind of magnetize to the top of this thing. There we go. Yeah, do we have a concept page for that yet? It's that game Soft Body that I played recently. Also one person.
That would be a long page, considering games of the 80s
guess
and all the other
so.
stuff that were made
Okay,
by
sure.
individual people. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, okay. It started that way and now it's getting back to that.
That's right. And that's how it's going to end.
Yeah, probably. All right, Lumo, it's out.
All right, cool.
It's $20.
You want to hear some Atari tape music?
Sure.
Want to hear the music from
Yes.
Atari tapes?
Yeah. Play me off.
All right, this is a pretty warbly recording that I made and posted to my SoundCloud page off of, I believe it was States and Capitals.
Oh, fudge. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I am totally cocking this up. All right. Almost got like a 70s, 80s like game show vibe to it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so all the tapes that Atari put out for the platform had this music on it. At least
Okay.
all the ones that I
Wow.
had. Every game had the same music.
So you're just listening to this while the game is loading?
Yeah.
Man, that's really good.
And then, you know, like side B was just the music and side
Yeah.
A was the music and the instructions.
Oh, wow.
So there was this guy who would come on and go, "What? Do you know the states and capitals? What about Bismarck? What about this?" You know, and he would like try to tell you how to play states and capitals
Yeah.
without really just being like dry instructions.
Yeah.
States and capitals, it would tell you a state and you would have to type in the capital.
That's ridiculous.
I got pretty good at it.
Before we go, just in case anybody's in the San Francisco area, you know how modern like HD channels over the antenna have like sub channels?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called, but one of Cron's like
Sideband channels.
sideband or
Yeah.
whatever. One of Cron, you know, channel 4.
Yep, yeah, the Cron, yeah.
Like it's like 4.2 or 3 is like nothing but 70s game shows now.
Oh man.
So it's nothing but like 70s let's make a deal and match game and shit like that,
Whoa.
like just all the time.
It's great because
It's
everyone has
pretty
this
awesome.
bandwidth, but not enough people have it to like Like radio's the same way. HD radio is this weird thing where they've got sideband channels, and like there's no business reason. Like you've got the bandwidth, but no one really ever listens to it, so no one cares about them. But they have the bandwidth, so they just put crap on it.
Well, this is not crap. This is like actually one of my favorite channels now.
That's great.
It's pretty good.
Because the Game Show Network it just isn't doing it the way it used to. Last time I checked, like I just want to see some match game. I want to see some Joker's Wild.
You can get that if you find a way to get that channel.
All right, I'm gonna look into it.
Old stuff.
Old stuff.
It's still pretty cool.
Yeah, sometimes.
This game's pretty cool.
Yeah.